Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Champions issue number 8. Looks like Marvel has declared war upon us. That's fine. We are ready to fight. What do I mean by that? Well, stay tuned. This was a good comic book. This was a really, really good comic book, especially if you're a Sam Alexander fan, because this cover does not lie. Oh man, I was in a good mood when I got to that part. I'm going to give you a 2-word, if you want to call it, spoiler. I mean, you see the cover, right? Welcome back. Ooh, that's a damn good feeling. All right, let's pull into this comic book. Let's see what's up. We got to talk about who made this comic book, and it's a Champions issue, so I got to go all over the freaking comic book to find out everybody who made this book. This issue is called Give and Take. The writer is Jim Zub, artist Stephen Cummings, colors by Marcio Menez, and letters VC's Clayton Cowles. And I go back to the beginning of the book, page in, and I see that the cover was drawn by Kim Jacinto and Rain Barreto. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so, dude, it's a really hot comic book, man. If you're a Sam fan, like, it's done and it's done and it's great. And Sam just has a pair of cojones on him that is, boom, next level, dude. This is... Look, there's an advertisement that shows up in this comic book where it looks like this over here is the final page, and the advertiser's like, oh no, the book is over, don't let it end here. But the book continues for another page or two, and it's like, oh God, thank you. Thank you for not letting it end there. Red Locust is now just Locust, and she is hysterical. I almost want to see her say her name in every single speech that she gives, every single sentence that she delivers. What do you call it? Locust and her team have defeated the enemies. Locust has done a great job here. Locust will take her leave now. Locust must use the restroom. Locust will wash her hands with soap. I mean, this is great. But Dust, woof. If you take Sam Alexander out of the equation, Dust walks in and she just straight owns it. Like the freeloaders, they might as well be. The freelancers are in this. Remember, there's like the team that Zub created as a specific enemy for the Champions. They show up and, dude, once Dust takes the battlefield, boom! We're talking snuffing everyone and everything in her wake. Yeah, it's only a one-on-one, but she could have just kept going, man. This was sick. She straight, like, nobody else took down somebody else the way that she took down. Like, she could have just kept on going, like, hop, 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 like a game of checkers, you know what I'm saying? You know, jump you, jump you, jump you, king me, and now you're all toast. Man, this was a really good comic book. The biggest trick here is with the conversation and what ensues between Viv Vision and Riri Williams. But is that really Riri Williams? Look at the last page. More importantly, look at Riri. Hey, wait, take a step further. Look at the shadow. I know that shadow. I think y'all know that shadow too. If you're going to talk about it in the comments below, make sure that you say spoilers first, please, because I don't want anybody getting spoiled if they don't want it. This was hot, dude. Now, why did I say the Marvel declared war? Look, man, Zub had a plan, and he's talked about this on social media a couple days ago, and I was shocked. I don't look at sales for comic books. I just look at the story. I look at the art, which is all incredible in here. I also, for the past several months, have been looking at how movie-worthy is the script for this particular comic book, because no medium better translates into movies than comic books, and that's proven by the amount of money that they're making right now off of stories that have already existed that they're just switching up a little bit. And why do they even need to switch it up? I mean, you like inside here, as I've said many times, you've got the only thing you got to do is cast these characters, because you've already got the plot, the script, you've got the storyboards, the thumbnails for the images, the costume design. I mean, you've got pretty much everything that you need. It's so good they're even doing regular old advertisements in this also. I love that this stuff is being advertised in the back of comic books, baby. That really gets me happy, because we're talking more money for the comic books, and therefore they can keep more titles active. If they're going to get rid of Champions, nothing is safe. Like, what's next? Amazing Spider-Man, for crying out loud? Anyway, the Miles Morales story. This is breaking my heart because I know that Zub had something planned out, and we're probably never going to see that now. This is something that some lucky bastard is going to be able to get out of him one day in an interview. Maybe he'll just do a TED talk about it. I don't know. He talks to whatever directly. But yeah, I'm really curious what the long-term plans for the Miles Morales and Mephisto story were going to be. This was great. This was just fantastic. And now we've literally got 2 more issues after this comic book to sum up that story that was clearly long-term. Another spider character making a deal with the devil. It's a story that technically writes itself, but it was Zub that was writing it, no one else. And for crying out loud, man, when you talk about a comic book being made into a movie, I know that it would be hard because none of these characters have been explained in the comic book yet, or excuse me, in the movies yet, except maybe Miles. But I mean, dude, once they finally got, let's say, half of this team explained, or whatever team they're going to use, even if they didn't want to do it, they just want to do a Miles Morales story, the stuff writes itself, man. Wow. And now we're going to get a rushed version of this. It is what it is, man. Marvel's declared war. You'd figure that somebody at some point, Cebulski or Casado or freaking Bob Iger himself, would look at this and see the potential, see what's there. I mean, right now, I feel like most of what Disney and in some ways, some of the top echelon, the big brass for Marvel is recognizing comics as is a potential moneymaker for a movie or 30. There's already a lot of, there's 80 years worth of story already written for movies. So I guess what's one more, right? But man, if they made a Champions movie and they were to, like, let's say they're going to do a trilogy, right? This story could be fit in with it, especially the Miles story. I mean, come on, man. Get the Nova involved, the Nova Corps involved. There's just so much here. And it's a current comic book that I thought enough people liked. I don't know, man. How many books actually get this much love? How many books actually get this many people writing in? Maybe it's not the size of the audience, but rather it's the devotion that the audience has. But then again, the hell do I know, right? Just a guy on YouTube. Maybe somebody will see what's lost by this comic book ending. There's supposed to be plans for this, but unfortunately this story will never be told in its full, and that kills me. Anyway, guys, we're done. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.